we are going to do the chapter The Selfish Giant. Very interesting from the title itself. You might recall, some of you might remember the story The Selfish Giant. It is the story of a giant, as the title shows, but selfish adjective is added. How and why he is selfish, and what is the result of his selfishness, and what is the story related to it. Very interesting, very nice story for the children. So let's start. The giant's garden was beautiful and children loved to play in it. The first line shows that this is a story related to a giant and his garden, and children love to play in it. The giant, who was selfish, built a high wall round his lovely garden. Now, what is the next information? That he makes a garden lovely. Who he was selfish, built a high wall. Now, the next information is that he built a high wall round his lovely garden where the children love to play. Now, children did not enter the garden thereafter, nor did spring and summer, till the giant experienced a change of heart. Now, the very starter of the chapter tells us that there is some change in the giant. Now, let's see what's the change. Every afternoon, as they were coming from school, now this day is used for the children used to go and play in the giant's garden. But I will usually ask you to use the noun in the first sentence, but it is this, the noun is just following with the noun it refers to, that is the children. Now, one thing more I would like to guide you, beta, you are going to have that quiz form with MCQs, and also you should read each and every line of the content very attentively. Now the children, when they used to come from school, come back from school, they used to go and play in the giant's garden. It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there over the grass stood beautiful flowers like stars, and there were 12 peach trees that in the springing time broke out into delicate blossoms of pink and pearl, and in the autumn bore rich fruit. Means it was full of flowers and fruits. Now you can see that very beautiful description of the garden is there. Means when you are asked to write the description, you should add the details. Very nice description of the garden. Giant's garden. The birds sat on the trees and sang so sweetly that the children used to stop their games in order to listen to them. Means not only the children, but the birds also love to visit that garden and sang sweet songs. How happy we are here, they cried to each other. Now, I would like you to mark the lines here now, because you will be getting repeated lines, and you might be asked, when the children say this, when the children say this. Now, at this moment, when they used to visit, they say, how happy we are here. Now, where they are happy in the giant's garden, observing the nature, beautiful nature, in the lap of nature, and listening to the sweet songs of the birds. One day the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend, the Cornish owl, and had stayed with him for several years. Now, after several years, this giant, he came back from his friend's home. Now, when he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. When he arrives back, he saw the children in the garden. What are you doing here? He cried in a very rough voice. G is silent here. जो आप rough word use करते हैं, rough notebook, ROUGH. That is, it is related to voice, rough voice. He cried, he shouted. What are you doing here? It shows that he didn't like the children in his garden. And the children ran away. Now they were children, and you can see the picture on the arrival of the giant. The children ran away. My own garden is my own garden. This line shows the selfishness of the giant. But you should mark the lines. You can underline the lines or you can mark on the side. My own garden is my own garden. मेरा अपना garden मेरा अपना है. It shows the selfishness. See how selfish he was, because these things nature does not belong to. It is not the possession of a single person, said the giant. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. I can't allow anybody to enter the garden except me. So he built a high wall all around it. What he did? He built a high wall all around it and put up a notice. Now this notice, it is world famous notice, and from this notice only, this notice, the single line recall the whole story of selfish giant. जब भी ये लाइन पढ़े तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए, trespassers will be prosecuted, means they will be killed, जो भी यहाँ से क्रॉस करेगा. इतना उसने स्ट्रिक्ट वहां पे नोटिस लगाया. He was a very selfish giant. The poor children had now nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. You know that children are always asked to not to play on the roads because there is traffic, there is dust, the road is very made of hard stones and all, and you can get injured very easily and badly when you play on roads. They used to wander round the high walls. Wander होता है इधर उधर घूमना. Now what they used to? They used to. बेटा you can read this verb used to. Used to is वो करते थे, लेकिन अब continue नहीं कर रहे. Means from the author is describing the past. When we have to describe the past action, used to. We write used to. It means वो पहले करता था, लेकिन अब वो शायद continue नहीं हो रहा था. He used to wander round the high walls when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside. How happy we were there. I ask you to mark the line because the same line is repeated here. Means earlier they were saying we are happy when they used to play in the garden, but now when they are not allowed to enter the garden, now what are the words? How happy we were there. You can be asked when they were happy, why they were happy, where they were happy. They said to each other. Then the spring came. Now it was the spring season, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. With the change in the weather, there was change in the whole world except the garden of the giant. The birds did not care to sing in it, as there were no children and the trees forgot to blossom. Now there were no flowers, no birds. Once now see, here you will get the description of the garden in the winter season. Okay. Now, once a beautiful flower put its head out from the grass. Now a flower blossomed from the grass. But when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again and went off to sleep. See, beta, again the imagination or writing the literature. As I told you earlier, that a writer, an author, a poet is free to use his imagination. Here you can see that a flower is keeping his head high, or when he observes, you can say that how a flower can see. So it is a kind of personification. So this flower, it is the imagination of the author or a style of author that he writes that a flower, he was so sorry. Once a beautiful flower put its head out from the grass. It means that it blossomed. But when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children. When he observes that there is no child, no children in the garden, it slipped back into the ground again. It slips back to the ground again, merged to the ground, and went off to sleep. The only, you see that this part of the chapter is written in past tense, but I have described in present tense. So you should be aware in which tense your question is asked and in which tense you will write you can write the same description in the present tense also. The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost. Now it was a rule of snow and frost all over there. Spring has forgotten this garden. Mark the line. They are talking to each other. These are snow and frost. They cried, so we will live here all the year round. So we can rule over here the whole year. The snow covered up the grass with her great white coat. Again with a personification. Personification means taking as a character. This snow, frost, spring, they are all taken as a, snow is also taken as a personified. Snow is personified here. The snow covered up the grass with her gray, white coat, cloth. Cloth is big cloth. And the frost painted all the trees silver. It means that it was snow all over there. Then they invited the north wind to stay with them. North wind is very cold wind. And he came. He was wrapped in furs. Furs again snow. And he rode all day about the garden. You can just imagine that it is a, you can say you are on some hill station because we live in this Punjab, so we don't get such kind of winter, but you can just imagine that there is fog and fog all around us. Sometimes we have this kind of furry snow. He was wrapped in furs. This furs symbolized the snow. And he rode all day. Rode, the use of the word rode, it is again a sounding word. Roar, garjana. So it is not a sweet song, a sweet sound of spring. Spring is beautiful. Spring symbolizes beauty of nature. And this snow, this north wind, it symbolizes the harshness of the winter, the coldness of the winter. He rode all day about the garden and blew the chimney pots down. This is a delightful spot. He said, we must ask Hall on a visit. अब वो सारे characters को बुला रहे हैं, those of the hard winter. So the Hall came. Every day for 3 hours, he rattled on the roof of the castle of the giant. He just rattled, होता है sound, बहुत hard sound करते हुए वहाँ पे roll on करना. Till he broke most of the slates. Slates होता है जिनकी help से, जैसे हमारी tiles होती है. So sloping hill stations पे और we can say on this castle and all, आपने देखा होगा slanting जो होती है ceiling, that roof is slanting made of slates. ये square slates होती हैं hill stations पे, आपको ये इस टाइप की जो roofs हैं देखने को मिलती है. So he just broke most of the slates जिससे वो roof बना था. And then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey. This grey and white word again it symbolizes, it is roughness. Grey color is not a beautiful color, but it symbolizes the coldness of winter. And his breath was like ice. हमारी जो सांस थी, that was also cool, very cool. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming. Now, who is thinking this? This is giant, said the selfish giant. He was waiting for the spring. When he observed the whole world, he observes that there is all spring outside the garden, but not in my garden. As he sat at the window and looked out at his cold and white garden, अपने garden की तरफ देखते हुए वो सोच रहा है, I hope there will be a change in the weather. But he still hopes that there will be spring in his garden. But the spring never came, nor the summer. ना तो spring आई, ना उसको follow किया summer में. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but the giant's garden she gave none. He didn't get the fruits of autumn also. He's too selfish, she said. So it was always winter there. Who is she here? It is autumn. This tree is used for the autumn. She didn't give his fruit to selfish giant. What he thinks, what she says, He is too selfish. He is here. He is giant here. So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail, the frost and the snow danced about through the trees. Now these are all characters of winter. These are the winters these are the characters who ruled over the giant's garden the whole week. But yes, one morning the giant was lying awake in the bed when he heard some lovely music. Suddenly he hears a lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. उसको ऐसा लगा king's musicians they are passing, so he is getting this music, hearing this, getting this music. It was really only a little linnet. Linnet is the name of a singing bird outside his window. But it was so long since he had heard a bird singing in his garden. For a very long time, he had not heard any singing song of the bird, singing sound of the bird. That it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. इतनी देर के बाद कुछ उसे कुछ सुंदर सुनने को मिला, कुछ मीठा सुनने को मिला, so he just get it is the most melodious music, most melodious sound of the world. Then the hall stopped dancing over his head and the north wind ceased roaring. Ceased means stopped roaring. अब ये सारे कैरेक्टर्स जो विंटर के सारे कैरेक्टर्स हैं ये धीरे धीरे they started to disappear, and a delicious perfume came to him. Delicious means again giving sweet smell. Came to him through the open casement. I believe the spring has come at last. Now the giant feels that the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked about. So he jumped out of the bed and looked about. Now, children, I would like you to read all the references, all the vocabulary on the side or the bottom. In this chapter, you can see that the vocabulary section is given on the bottom of the page. Snow, frost, north wind, all these have been presented as characters or persons. For revision, you should revise all this vocabulary and some beautiful or good words you should try to use in your compositions or your writings also. So, second part. To celebrate the return of the children, trees covered themselves with birds and blossom. Now there was a change. This is actually the summary of the next part. Whatever is given, it is a summary of the main points of that part of the chapter. To celebrate the return of the children, trees covered themselves with birds and blossoms. Now the trees, they covered with the blossoms and birds. The giant was delighted. Delighted means very happy to see his friends back, especially a little boy whom he loved dearly. See the line. The giant was delighted to see his friends back. The children, they were not his friends. It means we will read some change in the giant in this part, especially a little boy. Now here is the reference to a little boy. The little boy soon disappeared only to return much later. Now again there is some change in the growth in the whatever is proceeding in the chapter. The little boy also soon disappeared. This very interesting part we are going to read. He saw a most wonderful sight. Now what he observed, it was a wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall the children had crept in. As you see, this is the only thing, this is the soft corner for the children, which always change the set of the mind of your teachers. Children always remember. Don't feel that teachers are lenient to you. They have a soft corner for you because they understand. We teachers understand that you are children. You are not bad from heart. But if you create some nuisance, if you do some mischievousness in the class or so, you can observe this change in the behavior of the teacher, that they are very hard, very harsh sometimes, but in a few seconds the teacher changes because they understand that you are children. Now what he observes? Through a little hole. See the naughtiness of the children. They could not miss the garden anymore. So they just make a hole, little hole in the wall and crept in, and they were sitting on the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little, in every tree that he could see, there was a little child. And there was a child on every branch, each branch of the trees. And the trees were so glad to have the children back again. See, you can just imagine that how your teachers, how the school is missing you. You are not only missing your school, or don't feel idle. The life in the school is a four walls building. But the life in the school are the children. You are the life of the school. So the garden was feeling very nice to have the children back. And the trees were so glad to have the children back again, and they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently. They were waving their arms. Again, you can see that the parts of the nature, different characters of the nature, phenomena of the nature, they are taken as characters. Garden, trees, then breeze, different names are there, and they are assumed as different characters in compositions in different part of the literature. Above the children head, means they were feeling glad and touching the head of the children. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight. Birds were also feeling very happy, very delighted to see the children back in the garden. And the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. सब तरफ सुंदर था, सब तरफ फ्लावर्स थे, बर्ड्स थे, चिल्ड्रन थे, मीन्स उस गार्डन में जान आ गई. It was a lovely scene. Now you might be asked to describe the lovely scene in the garden after the children coming back in the garden. So how beautiful descriptions you can read, and there is no need to describe you, no need to guide you that what you should write in descriptions. Only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden. It was the farthest corner of the garden where there was still winter. It was really strange. Let's see. And in it was standing a little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree. लेकिन एक कोने में उसने देखा कि एक छोटा सा बच्चा है जो उस पे चढ़ नहीं पा रहा है ट्री पे, और इसी वजह से वो जो ट्री था वो फ्लावर से नहीं कवर हुआ, वहां पे बर्ड्स नहीं आए. There was still frost in that corner, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. और बुरी तरह से रो रहा था. जब एक छोटा सा बच्चा कुछ कर नहीं पाता तो उसके पास एक ही हथियार होता है. Only tool he has is crying. The poor tree was still covered with frost and snow. The author has used poor tree. The north wind was blowing and roaring above it. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. अब tree ने भी कोशिश की. The tree spoke. Climb up, little boy. He asked the little boy to climb up, but the child was too tiny. But the child couldn't climb because he was very small. The giant's heart melted as he looked out. This was the scene which brought a change in the giant. His heart melts. He looked up. How selfish I have been, he said. This sentence shows the realization of the giant, that he realized that he had been very cruel. How selfish I have been. I have been very selfish. Now I know why the spring would not come. The picture was clear to him. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall. My garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. This is the main change in the giant. It was really very sorry for what he had done. Means he was regretting, he was repenting for his selfishness, and he wants to allow the children. Now he is ready. He wants the children to enter his garden because he understands that the children are the beauty of they are the life of his garden. It is not his garden. Without children, it was full of frost. But with children only, the birds, the beautiful flowers, the tree, the spring weather, the life in the garden, it came back only with the arrival of the children. So, students, up to here, we read about the selfish nature of the giant, but with the arrival of the children back, when the children returns to the garden, there is a great change in giant, and that is he is ready for the welcome to the children. So we'll read the next part tomorrow in the next session.